Greetings, Dub Nation enthusiasts. Welcome back to your favorite space dedicated to everything surrounding the Golden State. This is the meeting point for those who live and breathe every play, every win, and every step taken by this legendary NBA franchise. If you want to stay up to date with twists, surprising trades, and behind-the-scenes developments from the San Francisco team, then this is your place. Now, get ready, because what we have to share today is not just another routine update. It's the kind of news that shakes the foundation and draws the attention of the entire league to the Chase Center. The California team, known for its boldness in decisive moments, has just made a move that caught almost everyone by surprise. In a dramatic turn of events, a frontcourt star, renowned for his basketball IQ and physical presence, is on his way to the blue and gold team. We're talking about an athlete who has signed a colossal contract, exceeding the $200 million mark, to wear the Golden State jersey for the coming seasons. A bold move, packed with a clear intention, to compete at the highest level, now. For a long time, rumors circulated about a possible roster restructuring, especially in the area that had been considered a weak point for the team: physical presence in the paint. Even with reliable names holding things together, the absence of a dominant big man, capable of physically matching up with the league's top players, was a clear obstacle. The front office, always attentive, decided it was time to act, and they did so with conviction. The arrival of this new name completely changes the team's outlook. He is not just another piece added to the puzzle. His presence reshapes the team's format and raises its ambitions. He is an elite reinforcement, one that doesn't just fill gaps, but redefines strategies and raises the level of play. The impact of the signing is immediate. Golden State, long known for its fast-paced and dynamic style based on constant movement and long-range shooting, now adds a new element to its arsenal. The league, of course, has already adapted to this style. In recent times, more physically dominant teams began exploiting the weaknesses of Golden State's lighter game, especially in rebounding and rim protection. That's where this reinforcement comes in. A player with imposing height, excellent positioning sense, and complete control of the boards. On top of that, he is extremely skilled. His refined touch near the basket, exceptional court vision, and ability to create plays from the high post make him a difference maker in any tactical system. He's not just a physical presence, he's a brain on the court. Imagine the impact of that in a system like Steve Kerr's. With plays designed for constant movement, quick positional switches, and precise passing, this athlete fits like a glove. He can initiate plays, serve as a hub for handoff actions with perimeter shooters, and still finish with quality when needed. A perfect match between technique and tactics. Another fundamental aspect of this change is rebounding dominance. For years, Golden State has struggled to contain opponents in second-chance situations. How many times have we seen the team lose close games due to failing to grab a crucial rebound? This new addition averages double-digit rebounds per season and arrives precisely to address this Achilles heel. It's a natural, necessary, and welcome evolution. But don't be mistaken. This move goes beyond the court. The financial commitment made by the team's front office shows how invested they are in continuing to fight for titles. A contract of this magnitude requires courage, planning, and most importantly, conviction that the player is worth every cent. And clearly, they believe he is. The message is clear to everyone in the NBA. Golden State is not here to rebuild. It's here to win now. Even with an aging core, the franchise is doubling down on its main stars, reinforcing the roster with pieces capable of making a difference in the playoffs. This decision was not made impulsively. It was the result of weeks, maybe months, of analysis, behind-the-scenes negotiations, and well-crafted strategies. And the most impressive part? All this is happening at a time when no one expected it. The player in question was considered a key piece in his former team's project. He was seen as untouchable, the face of the franchise. But the league's backstage is always turbulent. Differences in salary expectations, ambitions to compete on a bigger stage, or simply the chance to join a team with championship pedigree, all this may have contributed to the deal becoming a reality. And here we are. The Golden State Warriors add a front-court star to their already established core. And this, my friends, is just the beginning. In the coming days, we may see more moves. With the aggressive mentality shown by the front office, nothing stops further trades from being considered to fine-tune the roster even more. Rotation players might be involved in deals. Cap space might be reshaped. The important thing is to understand the message. The goal is to return to the top. And what does this mean for the opponents? Simply a complete reassessment of strategies. Before, when facing Golden State, the main concern was containing the perimeter. Now they must deal with a physical force in the paint. The dilemma is brutal. Collapse on the big man and risk leaving shooters open, or stay out on the perimeter and watch the new signing dominate inside. The combination of cerebral playmaking from the perimeter and technical force in the paint is devastating. Golden State just added a new layer of complexity to its offense, and without drastically altering its game identity. Much is said about fit and chemistry on the court, and that will surely be something to watch closely. But history shows us that players with a high basketball IQ adapt quickly to Golden State's system. The team's style, based on collectiveness, intense movement, and intelligent reads, tends to favor those who already bring those traits with them. What remains now is to see how the tactical and emotional coexistence between the veterans and the new addition will unfold. There will be adjustments in rotations, strategic repositioning, and possibly some changes in defensive dynamics. A new balance needs to be established, and it is in this process that Steve Kerr and his coaching staff must shine once again. For the fans, this is a moment to celebrate. The team's leadership is not just reacting to the league's moves, it is leading, setting the pace, and showing why it remains one of the most respected and efficient organizations in the NBA. The message is clear. We're not waiting. We're going for it. Now the focus shifts to the upcoming games. The anticipation around the debut of the new reinforcement is enormous. Fans can't wait to see him in action alongside the franchise icons. What will that first appearance look like? What will the immediate on-court impact be? Will there be an instant effect, or will it take time to adapt? Those are questions that only time will answer. But until then, one thing is certain. The season just got a new shine. With the official announcement made and the behind-the-scenes already heating up, the eyes of the sports world now turn to the next chapter. The integration of a talent of this caliber into the already well-established ecosystem of Golden State. And this integration, while promising, will not be without challenges. The California team is known for its fluidity, for its almost dance-like offense that revolves around off-ball movement and constant reading of the opponent. Playing there requires more than raw talent. It demands tactical intelligence, a sense of collectiveness, and, most importantly, the humility to adapt to a system in which everyone has a voice, but no one stands above the central idea. This is precisely why the choice of this new addition becomes even more intriguing. He is not just a player with impressive stats. He is an athlete with a quiet leadership profile, with a history of commitment and involvement in collective schemes. He doesn't seek forced stardom. He prefers to contribute with consistency, being efficient in every aspect of the game without necessarily commanding the spotlight. And that fits perfectly with the ethos of Golden State. Here, stars shine together, and individual success almost always comes as a result of collective excellence. The new member of this machine will have the chance to elevate his game in a context where the right decisions are valued just as much as spectacular plays. An important point to consider in this adaptation process will be the chemistry with the players who already carry the soul of the team. The on-court relationship with the veteran point guard and the team's main leader could define the pace of the season. This point guard is more than a star. He is the conductor of an offense that depends on precision, synchronization, and mutual trust. The connection between him and the new center needs to be natural, almost instinctive. Fortunately, all indications suggest that this connection could happen faster than usual. Both share a similar vision of the game. They value the pass, the right cut, the exact timing. They are not athletes driven by ego, but by effectiveness. The new frontcourt player has no issue stepping out of the scoring zone to build plays. He understands that making the right pass can be just as valuable as finishing with his own hands. Additionally, the addition of someone with his stature and presence completely changes the configuration of rotations. Now, the coaching staff will be able to explore more versatile lineups, combining strength and speed with even more freedom. This opens up possibilities for real-time tactical adjustments, whether to face teams with athletic wings or more traditional formations. On defense, the impact also promises to be significant. The new center may not be a rim protector in the most traditional sense, but he makes up for it with positioning, game reading, and an exceptional ability to contest shots without leaving the ground. He knows how to occupy space and force mistakes without needing to deliver highlight reel blocks. He is the kind of defender who disrupts the opposing offense with intelligence, not just power. His arrival should also ease the defensive burden on the team's most combative veteran, who for years has shouldered the responsibility of anchoring the defense, facing heavier centers, and still covering holes in the rotation. Now, with consistent help by his side, he will be able to play with more freedom, returning to his best version, that of a versatile defender who can guard multiple positions and organize the defense like a true coach on the court. This defensive partnership, in fact, could become one of the most feared in the league. Together, they combine intelligence, physicality, and experience. It wouldn't be a surprise if, in a short time, the team presents one of the best defensive ratings in the conference. But the impact of this new signing goes beyond what happens between the four lines. It also stirs the internal culture of the team. When a franchise makes an investment of this magnitude, it sends a direct message to its players, fans, and the league itself. We are committed to winning. We are not satisfied with solid campaigns. We want to return to the top. We want to compete for titles. This raises the bar for everyone. The veterans, motivated by this gesture of confidence, are expected to respond with renewed intensity. The younger players, in turn, see a clear opportunity to grow surrounded by even stronger role models. And the coaching staff, seeing that they now have new tools at their disposal, will be able to explore more sophisticated schemes. With all that, the atmosphere behind the scenes at Golden State is transforming. Optimism gives way to contained euphoria. There's a sense that, with the right fit, the team could rediscover the path to greatness. The pieces are aligning, and the opportunity for another historic run seems within reach. Even so, patience is necessary. No major change takes shape overnight. Chemistry takes time, adjustments, and often a few stumbles in the beginning. The pressure for results will be intense, especially since the move has generated sky-high expectations. But this is a group accustomed to pressure. Many here have already faced the league's biggest battles, finals, decisive overtimes, seasons when all eyes were on them. And now, with an elite addition to the roster, the responsibility is shared. Everyone knows what's at stake. Everyone understands this may be one of the last chances to win another trophy with the original core still intact. This is not just any season. This is about preserving a legacy. The front office, with its long-term vision, took a big gamble. They know that even with the high financial cost, the potential returns, technical, commercial, and symbolic, fully justify the risk. Because in the end, what defines a historic franchise is not caution, but the courage to make big decisions at the right moments. And that decision was exactly that, courageous. While other organizations hesitate, wait, and get lost in internal bureaucracy, Golden State acted. They identified an opportunity, negotiated behind the scenes, and brought in a player who can change everything. This move also forces rivals to rethink their own strategies. How do you contain a team that was already lethal on the perimeter and now has a real threat in the paint? How do you prepare a defense that must simultaneously worry about incisive cuts, well-executed screens, and quick passes, while trying to control a player who can both score and dish out assists from inside the key? The answer, perhaps, is that there is no definitive formula. Maybe, from this change, we're about to witness a new phase of Golden State. A phase where versatility is taken to the extreme, where the offense no longer depends solely on the three-point shot, but also on plays built with patience and surgical execution. That's the beauty of basketball. Constant evolution. And once again, the Warriors position themselves at the forefront of that transformation. In practice, the atmosphere is one of enthusiasm and focus. The veterans are engaged, the rookies attentive, and the coaches busy with clipboards, videos, and trials. The new athlete is already beginning to familiarize himself with the details of the system, where to cut, how to pass, when to accelerate the game. And although there are still adjustments to be made, the early signs are positive. Off the court, the move is already impacting the environment around the franchise. Jersey sales are soaring, the sports media is turning its attention back to the team, and analysts are starting to reevaluate their season predictions. Many who didn't place Golden State among the favorites are now reconsidering their bets. After all, talent and experience, when well managed, can overcome even the youngest and most athletic rosters. As the days go by, the pace of practices and adjustments to the game continue to increase. Inside the Warriors' locker room, the atmosphere of anticipation is mixed with the healthy pressure of achieving something great. The fan base, always loyal and passionate, is already growing impatient to see this new standout player in action. Sabonis, although already a big name in the NBA, still needs to establish his true identity within the team. It won't be a simple task because, as with any elite franchise, being talented is not enough. One must fit in, understand what is expected, and above all, deliver consistently. The challenge for Sabonis is clear. He needs to balance his ability to dominate in the paint with the need to integrate into a system that has, for so many years, been one of the league's greatest successes. The Golden State Warriors, with their fast-paced, spacing-based offense, require a subtle adjustment. Sabonis, with his physical and strong game in the paint, has much to contribute, but he will also need to adapt to the rhythm and style that define the team. Steve Kerr, known for his ability to maximize his players' potential and create unique game dynamics, knows exactly how to handle this transition. Kerr is a master at adapting his philosophy to the talent available. In Sabonis's case, the key will be to take advantage of his versatility and ability to create plays in the paint while maintaining the offensive fluidity that characterizes Golden State. The idea is to integrate Sabonis into the constant ball movement, using his passing skills to create scoring opportunities for his teammates. Practices become a laboratory of ideas. Kerr tests different formations, experiments with new lineups, and uses every moment to evaluate how the team responds. Sabonis, used to being the central pillar on his former team, begins to understand how the collective balance of Golden State can actually elevate his game even further. He realizes that by being part of something bigger, he has the opportunity to grow even more. He doesn't need to be the only star on the team, but one of many essential pieces for success. In the first weeks, the adaptation is gradual. The team adjusts to his presence in the paint and the way he moves within the system. And in turn, Sabonis learns to be more patient, recognizing that many of the plays he could once try alone will now be better with good ball distribution and collaboration with other players. Sabonis's first official game in a Warriors jersey arrives, and the excitement is palpable. Throughout the arena, the energy is electric, the crowd eager to see how this new piece will fit into the puzzle. Fans anxiously await to see how he will connect with the team's stars and how his presence will change the game. And it doesn't take long for expectations to start becoming reality. In his debut, Sabonis doesn't deliver a spectacular individual performance, but his influence is clear. He controls the paint, is solid on defense, and contributes with smart passes. When the team most needs someone to control the tempo of the game, he steps up, distributing crucial assists and grabbing important rebounds. He knows he doesn't need to be the highlight. His role is deeper, something that goes beyond points or assist numbers. The first big test for Sabonis comes when Golden State faces one of the most physical teams in the league, a true brute force in the paint. This opponent has often been a nightmare for the Warriors, but with Sabonis acting as a rock in the key, the story changes. The team begins to see a more solid defense and a more balanced offense. When the game ends, Golden State wins, and everyone on the court knows Sabonis's presence was crucial to the result. The numbers may not have been brilliant, but the Warriors know that in moments like this, It's the presence of a smart and focused player that can make the difference. This changes the team's dynamic, forcing opponents to reassess how they approach Golden State. Little by little, the chemistry between Sabonis and the other players deepens. He begins to form a stronger connection with the elite shooters, creating more fluid plays and becoming a real threat on offense. Curry and Thompson, the two offensive pillars, are already beginning to notice the impact of his presence. The concern of defending Sabonis in the paint gives Golden State a strategic edge. Now, opposing defenses must choose: focus on Sabonis and leave room for the shooters, or concentrate on the three-point shots and allow the big man to make the difference inside the paint. This dilemma for opponents is one of the greatest advantages the Warriors gain with Sabonis' arrival. The dual threat, both on the perimeter and inside, puts immense pressure on defenses, and it is precisely this balance that could define the success of the season. In the long run, as the team becomes increasingly cohesive, Golden State begins to be seen differently. Before, it was a team that relied mainly on its long-range offensive power. Now, with Sabonis, they are viewed as a team with an even richer offensive capacity, able to attack on multiple fronts. The media begins to give special attention to the Warriors' evolution. Once underestimated, they are now again one of the teams to beat. The prediction that the team would slow down in the competition falls apart, and Golden State repositions itself as one of the league's great forces. The financial impact of acquiring Sabonis also cannot be underestimated. Such a significant investment, at such a crucial moment for the franchise, has lasting effects. The company operating the team sees a significant increase in ticket sales, merchandise, and, of course, broadcast viewership. Sabonis becomes a new and exciting face for the franchise, while the team gains a new wave of energy and excitement. The management's commitment to winning is now visible. The decision to make a big move, not just for this season, but with a vision to keep the franchise competitive for years, puts Golden State in a prominent position. The project, which has always been focused on excellence, now has another dimension, with a renewal that promises to bear fruit not only in the present, but also in the future. Meanwhile, the pressure builds. The fans demand results. With each game, expectations grow, and it's no longer just about being good. Now, it's about winning the title again, about ensuring the Warriors' dynasty continues with renewed strength. Sabonis isn't just an addition to the roster. He is a key to the next chapter, a fundamental piece in the continuation of a story that is far from over. The journey is just beginning, and the NBA now knows the Golden State Warriors are stronger than ever. The Golden State Warriors have always been one of the most renowned franchises in the NBA, recognized for their innovative playing style, their ability to build winning rosters, and their capacity to adapt to the changes in modern basketball. Recently, the Warriors have been involved in a series of speculations regarding a new addition to the team, a signing that could not only elevate the team's level, but also add a new dimension to their global reach. The potential arrival of Kai Sotto, the Filipino giant center, for the 2025 season is being discussed behind the scenes at the franchise. This move is not just about the technical impact of having a player of his qualities on the court, but also about the cultural bond and the connection with a global fan base, especially the millions of people in the Philippines who fervently follow basketball. For the Warriors, signing Kai Sotto would be a significant milestone, not only as a sports strategy, but also as a way to expand their international presence, particularly in Asia. Kai Sotto is a player who stands out both for his physique and technical skills. Standing at 218 meters, he is an imposing presence on the court, and this height is not just a number. His ability to impact the game with his wingspan and defensive presence has already made him one of the most watched players in international leagues. What impresses is not just his height, but the way he adapts to modern basketball, being capable of shooting from mid-range with good accuracy and still having a solid defensive game with great shot blocking and rebounding skills. His journey so far, which began in the Philippines and passed through leagues like the NBL in Australia and the B-League in Japan, is a testament to his evolution as an athlete and his determination to reach the highest level of the sport. For Kai, Every step taken in his journey has been proof of his dedication, and his rise to the global basketball stage is a true inspiration to many young people, especially in the Philippines, where basketball is more than a sport. It's a national passion. If Kai Sotto's signing comes to fruition, he would bring more than just his technical skills to the Golden State Warriors. His presence would be a historic milestone for the franchise, strengthening ties with a huge fan base in the Philippines and around the world. The impact of his signing goes beyond the lines of a basketball court, touching on cultural, social, and even commercial aspects that could benefit the franchise in unexpected ways. The Warriors are a team that already prides itself on being global, with a fan base that extends across all corners of the world. However, the arrival of a Filipino icon could add an even deeper layer to their international identity. For Filipino fans, signing Kai would mean more than just adding a great player to the team. It would be a celebration of their culture and the rise of basketball in the Philippines, where he is already an icon. Over the years, the Warriors have become a true ambassador of diversity and inclusion in basketball, with their team reflecting a rich mix of cultures and backgrounds. Including Kai Sotto in the roster would only strengthen this identity. For the Filipino community in the Bay Area, one of the largest and most influential Filipino populations outside the Philippines, having Kai wear a Warriors jersey would be a monumental achievement. He would become more than just a player. He would be a symbol of hope, inspiration, and achievement. The relationship between the team and the Filipino community would be further strengthened with Kai's arrival. It wouldn't be surprising to see a series of community engagement events, from basketball clinics to themed nights, where Filipino culture would be celebrated in grand style. Kai's impact wouldn't just be felt on the court, but also off it, creating a deep connection between the team and its fans, who would feel even more represented and connected to the team. But of course, the Warriors would also be seeking a technical advantage with the signing of Kai Sotto. His profile as a modern center, capable of protecting the rim and also shooting from mid-range, would make him a perfect fit for the Warriors' playing style. The team has stood out over the years for its fast-paced play, constant ball movement, and focus on floor spacing. However, one of the recurring criticisms has been the lack of a dominant center who can control the paint and provide a constant physical presence. Kai Sotto has everything necessary to fill this gap. His ability to defend, grab rebounds, and play dynamically on offense would be a great asset to Steve Kerr's team. Additionally, his ability to shoot from mid-range would bring more flexibility to the offensive game, allowing the Warriors to expand their options even further. This characteristic is particularly valuable in a system like the Warriors, which prioritizes fluidity and offensive creativity. Kai's impact on the defensive side would also be significant. His wingspan and impressive reaction time would make him an intimidating presence in the paint, making it difficult for opponents to finish around the rim and providing extra security on defense. His shot blocking and ability to grab crucial rebounds would be a great complement to the Warriors' defense, which, despite its offensive prowess, has faced some defensive challenges in key moments. Moreover, his playing style and physical characteristics would be a great addition to the team's fast-paced and transition game. With Kai grabbing rebounds and initiating fast breaks, the Warriors could benefit from his ability to quickly get involved in plays, further accelerating the team's tempo and exploiting advantages in fast transitions. Now, let's continue analyzing the impact of Kai Sotto on the Golden State Warriors. The arrival of a player like Kai wouldn't be limited to just improving the game statistics or bringing a technical advantage to the team. He would become a key piece in Steve Kerr's tactical system, which is already known for his ability to maximize his players' potential and adapt his game system to the strengths of his athletes. In terms of player development, the opportunity to play alongside stars like Stephen Curry and Draymond Green would be invaluable for Kai. Curry, considered one of the best shooters of all time, is known for his work ethic and basketball IQ. For Kai, this would be a unique chance to learn from one of the greatest players in NBA history. He could absorb Curry's wisdom and experience, improving his own skills and basketball vision, as well as applying these lessons in crucial moments. On the other hand, Draymond Green, with his tactical intelligence and leadership, would also be a valuable mentor for Kai. Green is the kind of player who understands the intricate details of the game, and his ability to read plays and make quick decisions could help Kai adjust to the pace and demands of the NBA. Green's mentorship could be key to enhancing Kai's defensive abilities, as well as helping him develop a more strategic mindset during games. Kai's impact on the Warriors would also extend to the commercial side of the franchise. His popularity in the Philippines and other parts of Asia would represent a great opportunity for the team to expand its fan base and attract new sponsors. Companies looking to increase their presence in Asia, particularly in the Philippines, could partner with the Warriors, leveraging Kai's growing appeal to promote their brands and strengthen their reach in the region. The Warriors, one of the most well-known franchises in the NBA, already have a global fan base, but adding Kai Sotto would help further solidify that international identity. His presence would help increase the team's visibility in Asia, attracting more fans and generating more commercial opportunities. The NBA already has a strong presence in the Asian market, but signing a player like Kai Sotto could accelerate that growth, making both the league and the Warriors even more relevant in the region. By integrating a player like Kai Sotto, the Warriors wouldn't just be making a strategic move in terms of talent and building a winning team. They would also be making a statement of commitment to diversity and inclusion in sports. The NBA is a global league, and including players from different backgrounds and cultures only strengthens its position as a league that values diversity and representation. Kai Sotto represents much more than just a promising talent. He is a symbol of perseverance, hard work, and inspiration for young players around the world. His journey from a boy in the Philippines to the NBA is a story that resonates deeply with basketball fans, especially in countries where the sport is growing and starting to gain more recognition. If Kai joins the Golden State Warriors, his journey and success could inspire an entire generation of players, not just in the Philippines, but around the world. He would be a role model for young athletes dreaming of making it to the NBA, showing that with dedication and hard work, it's possible to achieve the highest goals in sports. Kai's impact would be felt not only on the court, but also off it. His presence on the Warriors would help promote basketball in the Philippines and other parts of Asia, contributing to the growth of the sport and encouraging more young people to get involved with it. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like to help the channel grow and also subscribe to not miss any content. Hit the notification bell to stay updated on everything. See you next time.